Hey guys, and welcome back to Soulback Sports, and I'm Soulback with another video. And today I'll be going over the Detroit Lions and their playoff push, and also any implications for the upcoming season. And before we get into this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below, and we'll get on to it. So to start off, we have to just go over the San Francisco and Detroit game. I mentioned and probably did a couple reactions you probably saw of the game, post game, and like the Super Bowl matchup as a whole. And this was a pretty entertaining game compared to the Baltimore game against the Chiefs. Like, this was more entertaining, and like San Francisco, give them props because they came back. Being down 24-7, and Shanahan having this thing where, like, this statistic where he essentially is winless against when he doesn't have a lead in the fourth quarter. And they put those bad things to rest because it was really, I wouldn't say it's like a 49ers comeback, but rather a Detroit Lions collapse, really, in the waning moments of the final game. And while Jared Goff had a decent game, nothing too spectacular to say the least, 273 yards for one touchdown, and threw the ball 41 times too. So, but they did have an equal rushing game, I guess. If you look into what David Montgomery did, Sam LaForda had an amazing game with 97 yards. Dude, this guy's gonna be something else, but we'll get into that later on. Debo had a good game. Christian McCaffrey was their offense, really. And Brock Purdy did his thing. He was clutched when it needed to be clutch, and he did all his stuff. And overall, like, Jahmyr Gibbs for there were moments for receiving, but overall he did really good as a rushing. And this is a rookie, by the way. Like, kind of crazy to think about, you know. Amon-Ra had a good game. Like, I feel like overall, like, the stats right here, you see, like, Detroit was dominant most of the game. Like, and that was the first half. And they got pretty much most of these stats in the first half. And they just collapsed at the end due to poor coaching decisions. And I guess that's really it. Like, there was one, like, unfortunate play from former Bear Vildor where it bounced off his head and into the arms of Ayuk. So I guess that's where it trickled down from. And yeah, that's all she wrote at the end of the day. And yeah, there's a lot of promise, I will say, for the Detroit Lions going forward, and they're going to be a good team. And they built this team, and the fact that they made it to the NFC Championship game is something to be proud of, and something that fans from Detroit, or even fans of Detroit, should be very, very optimistic for what they have coming. Now, to kind of go with the shortcomings, like, in general, like, if you want to go, I want to say, let's see their, like, how they started off this year, you know. This is kind of funny that they played them in the preseason. This is a postseason. My bad. But yeah, they started off with a win. They had a huge winning streak going into the year. They were like 5-1. They lost pretty badly to the Ravens. They had some hiccups here and there. I remember during the year I was kind of like, this team is not very consistent. It's pretty young. They have boneheaded decisions typically. When it comes to, coaching and game time management decisions. But in general, they showed that they have a high flying offense. They have a high up and coming offensive line. A very up and coming defense. The secondary is definitely still an issue, and they have been exploited on that end for a while. But in general, they did a great job building this team. I'll give props to the GM. I forgot his name, but he really did build the trenches, and this was definitely a 3-year project that immediately came to fruition. NFC Championship game. While they did face, like, teams that I feel like this was their best shot. Like, like it's going to only get harder from here on out. And Dan Campbell's decision to go on fourth down 2 times when you were up, and you were kind of like losing that momentum, isn't the best move. And essentially it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, because it's like, what could have been? The Detroit Lions could have been in the Super Bowl. And by all means, listen, I may be a Chicago Bears fan, but listen, I'll be a little bit lenient on this for a while. But that's kind of sad, to be honest. Like, it's just like, wow, you were really this, and you were just essentially a half away from going to the Super Bowl. Like, and the fact that you didn't get the points and it would have been a tie game, like, this is like not the most ideal situation for you, you know. And as you can see right here, this is definitely coaching malpractice, like very much coaching malpractice, because it's like, I get it, you want to be aggressive, you want to show that you can, you know, push the defense that you're facing against further into into the end zone, and try to gain as much points as much possible, and use analytics. It's important, don't get me wrong, but there comes a time when the game is on the line, and you don't really, but at the same time it's not on the line, and you're trying to maintain a lead, but going for it is not the move. No. But they did make a push at the end. I mean, to be fair, like, if they had gotten the onside kick, maybe they would have gotten a chance, but still, that shouldn't have been the case. That shouldn't have been the case. This should have, in my opinion, should have been the Detroit Lions game to win. But Brock Purdy took advantage of it. Dick Shanahan took advantage of it, saw through all of it, took opportunities on turnovers. And yeah, Detroit, you're back at home and not in the Super Bowl. But still, at the end of the day, props have to be given. Detroit, you had a hell of a season, and you know, it's only going to get better here. You're actually competitive now, and you know, I hope the Bears take notes, because this is how you truly build a team, through the trenches. And you never know what will happen. You can make it all the way to the NFC Championship and be a half away from going to the Super Bowl. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. Yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about the Lions and their future. I think it's completely bright, and it's going to be uphill from here. But getting back to the Super Bowl is not going to be easy by any means. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.